It's midnight. You're curled on the couch watching grainy footage of the crime scene. A voice whispers, "She vanished without a trace." Sound familiar? If you've ever found yourself glued to a screen, captivated by stories of murder, mystery, and justice, you're not alone. True crime documentaries have surged in popularity, becoming a cultural obsession. Whether you binge watch Making a Murderer, listen to Crime Junkie on your commute, or scroll through Reddit threads dissecting cold cases, chances are you are drawn into the world of true crime. And you're not just watching it, you're participating. According to a 2023 Nielsen report, true crime is one of the top 3 most streamed genres in the US. This reflects the widespread appeal. But these documentaries are more than just entertainment. They're reshaping how we think about crime and justice in the media we consume. Today we'll explore 2 key ideas. First, why true crime documentaries have become so popular, and second, how they influence our perception of justice and media habits. Let's begin by looking at the rise and appeal of this genre. True crime isn't new. Back in the 1980s and 90s, shows like The America's Most Wanted and Unsolved Mysteries brought crime stories into our living rooms. But the genre has evolved dramatically. Today's streaming platforms like Netflix, HBO, and Hulu have transformed the true crime into binge-worthy content. Think about The Keepers, The Jinx, and Tiger King. These aren't just documentaries, but cultural events. They spark conversations, memes, podcasts, and even legal action. So what's the draw? Psychologists suggest that true crime taps into our curiosity about human behavior, morality, and justice. It's a safe way to explore danger from the comfort of our own homes. We're fascinated by the psychology of killers, the complexity of investigations, and the emotional weight of real-life stories. There's also the thrill, the puzzle-solving aspect. We become amateur sleuths, trying to piece together clues before the final reveal. And let's be honest, there's something deeply compelling about stories that have both horrifying and true, that make us feel informed, engaged, and emotionally invested. But this obsession isn't just about entertainment. It's changing how we think. Let's talk about impact. True crime documentaries don't just tell stories, they shape beliefs. Take Making a Murderer or The Staircase. These shows highlight flaws in the legal system. They questionable evidence, biased juries, and prosecutorial misconduct. Viewers often walk away questioning verdicts, doubting law enforcement, and feeling outraged. This can be empowering. It encourages critical thinking and awareness of our systematic issues. But it can also create unrealistic expectations. Real-life justice isn't always dramatic or conclusive. Trials are messy, evidence is complex, and not every case has a clear villain. There's also an ethical dimension. Victim families have raised concerns about being re-traumatized and exploited for entertainment. When a documentary becomes a hit, their grief becomes public property. And then there's the rise of armchair detectives. Fans dissect cold cases, share theories, and sometimes interfere with investigations. While some communities have helped solve cold cases, others have spread misinformation and harassed innocent people. We're consuming real-life tragedy as entertainment, and that raises important questions. Are we honoring victims, or sensationalizing their pain? Are we learning about justice or distorting it? In summary, true crime documentaries have grown into a dominant media genre, captivating audiences with their emotional and psychological appeal. But they also shape public perception of justice and raise ethical questions about how we engage real-life stories. As consumers, we must be aware of how these narratives influence our beliefs and behaviors. We need to ask, what are we learning? What are we assuming? And who is being affected? So next time you hit play on a true crime series, ask yourself, are you solving a mystery or are you being shaped by one? Thank you for listening.